Hello, hello. Welcome to the Peter Parker Show. How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Today we're riding with Tom Suzuki on his Hyper Scrambler 2. And I'm riding, you guessed it, the Bandit. Testing out the Bandit. And today, what we're gonna test out is the handlebars. I'm testing out these handlebars. I might switch them out with some low handlebars. So I'm gonna switch those out. But for now, I'm just seeing the difference between these and the low bars. The thing I like about these handlebars is that they're very wide, so it gives me a little bit more control, but it also makes it really sensitive to turn. And it's kind of like the type of bike where you barely have to move the bars to get your turn going. Other bikes where you have to literally go like this way to turn, it's like you just kind of lean into it. I like the Bandit because it looks so much like a super and a juice bike combined together. So if you're between both of those bikes, this is like a really good bike to have. Definitely torquey, definitely fast. And I mean, it's just picking up so quickly. So if you want a torquey, fast bike, for sure the Bandit is really reliable for that. It actually feels like a moped. It doesn't quite feel like an e-bike. So if you're not really like into the moped vibe, you can always use the gears right here, and you can switch it to pedal assist and just turn it into an e-bike. Unfortunately, my legs are a little too long, so it's a little awkward pedaling this bike. But it's definitely doable. I just think if you're a tall person, it's hard. Let's see the top speed. 33, 34, 35. 35 top speed. That's pretty damn good. That's pretty fast. 36. 36, 37. Oh, it's going 37. Oh man, it's top speed 37. That's pretty fucking fast. In fact, that was so fast, I'm literally tearing up. The wind is making me cry. Yeah, it's really torquey. You have to make sure that both of your hands are on the handlebars when you hit the throttle, because if you have one hand off and you hit the throttle, the torque is so strong, it's gonna make you lose balance. So you definitely want to have both hands on the handlebars. The brakes are really good too, very responsive. I just had to slightly hit them with my fingers, and it was really responsive. Bro, I'm leaving you in the dust for the first time. It has a really similar seat as the Juice bike, where it's kind of like it's like a long seat. We're gonna test this steep hill right now from 0, and here we go. Tom is beating me only because he's very light. He's lighter than me, so he's beating me because of that. But if you weigh 200 pounds, over 200 pounds like me, 11 or 12 miles per hour on a steep hill is what you're gonna get. I do love the suspension so much, so nice. Man, you really feel it when you don't have any suspension and you have a tiny bit of suspension, you just feel it right away. And really torquey. You can see me like, it like pulls me back. Man, it's cold. It's cold. 45, 43 degrees outside right now. So as I was saying earlier about these bars, these handlebars, they're really, really sensitive to turns. It's like a double-edged sword, right? It feels like you're more in control. It's more sensitive when you turn. So you have to be really careful if you're not used to these type of bars. You have to be really careful that you don't turn too wildly, too quickly, because you could lose control. So definitely when I get back home, we're gonna switch these bars out for the low bars and see what difference it makes in the bike. had to put my shield down because the wind was just so cold. So I had to put that down. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. But that's another huge thing that I love about the Bandit, is that it comes with this little thing. Your light, your turn signals, and your horn. I cannot stress enough how much I love that about the bike. I just love to have the option of turn signals and a horn, of course. All right, we're gonna go up on this little bump here. Let's see how the suspension handles it. Nice. Wow, that handled it really well. I barely felt that bump, barely. There's another bump here. We're gonna feel the suspension. Oh my God, that's amazing. I love that. Usually I would have to stand up on the bike on my Super, but for this one, I just embrace the bump and I barely feel it. It's really nice. If you guys are not familiar with Chris's video, check it out. But he modded the bike and he put these on, and these are so amazing. They feel so great. The stock ones look a lot like Tom's bike. If not, they're probably the same one. I think Chris did a good job by putting these on because they feel amazing. It feels bouncy. It doesn't have any fenders. If you're gonna ride it in the rain, in the snow, you definitely want to put the fenders on because it's gonna splash for sure. Like right now. Yeah, it's definitely gonna splash. I miss riding with you, man. It's fun. It's so cold though. It's been like cold and rainy. We haven't ridden because of that reason, but it's nice to be back on the road. Hope everybody had a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. Pedaling right now. Bringing down the gears. Yeah, that's the only thing about the bike that I'm not a huge fan of, is that the pedals are a little too high. So when I'm pedaling, my knees hit my chest when I'm pedaling. So not great for somebody tall like me, unfortunately. So that's where the throttle comes in. Another thing about the bike is that it has a very small throttle. So there's less chances of you whiskey throttling the bike. So when you have a big throttle, it's easier to get caught with your sleeve, with your finger. That's another good design about the throttle. There it is, guys. We caught the sunset just in time. All right, guys, we're gonna go back to my garage and we're gonna switch the handlebars to low bars. I'll see you in the future, Peter Parker.
The following day.
Hey guys, welcome back. We are here in my garage and we're gonna take advantage of the weather since it's not raining today, and we're gonna switch out the handlebars of the Bandit. I thought we'd do some low handlebars. As you can see, I got these guys, these bad boys right here. They're probably gonna do the trick. Bear with me because I don't have a lot of tools. I just have your average Peter Parker tools, so we're gonna go a little bit slower than your usual pro, but bear with me and I'm sure we're gonna get through it. And yeah, let's just have fun and learn from my mistakes. All right, let's get going.
Thousands of tears later.
All right, guys, we finally changed the handlebars, and I gotta say they look more aggressive, sleeker, and more in the style of the Bandit. I think it actually complements the bike much better, and it makes it look more aggressive, like I said already, and makes the name Bandit live up to the name with these handlebars. Really enjoy it. I think I like the lower handlebars better on the bike than the higher ones. These are the old handlebars. I think they're cool, but I think these handlebars complement the bike much better, and it just makes it more minimal, more clean looking, and it makes it look more like a moped than an e-bike. All right, let's go for a little ride and check it out.
So I'm testing out the bars now, and it feels like a whole different beast. It honestly feels like a whole different bike. I really like it. It's very aggressive. It makes you feel more grounded, and it just makes you feel like you're on a completely different bike. This is quite amazing how bars can just transform the feel of a bike so much. I gotta say, unfortunately, it is not my favorite. I do like it, and I think it's really good for like having like wide turns and like feeling control of your bike. If you're not really used to these type of handlebars, especially if you're a beginner e-biker and you're not used to riding mopeds or motorcycles, this could be kind of a disadvantage, and could be a little less safe, to be honest. So if you're not completely used to bars like this, you gotta be careful. If you're a tall guy like me, this might not be the right modification for you. It definitely makes you feel like you're riding a motorcycle, and I love that aspect of it. It's really, really cool. The only thing is that I'm a big guy, so I have to hunch over quite a bit. And that's the only problem with low handlebars, is that you kind of have to hunch. And if you're tall and you have long legs, it's a little bit harder to navigate and put your feet on the bike. But if you're like an average sized person, then I think this is like the perfect modification, and it just makes the bike feel so much cooler. It's really awesome. Makes me feel like Batman. All right, guys, I just want to give a big shout out to SPARKCYCLEWORKS and Chris Shaver Films for letting me borrow this amazing e-bike. I really love it. I think it's super, super cool. It's just like a whole different beast. So if you guys want to BANDIT, there's $100 down in the description below, and it helps out the channel a lot. Thank you guys, and thank you SPARKCYCLEWORKS for letting me borrow the bike. You guys are awesome. Check them out. They're a small little e-bike company, but they're doing amazing things. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.